So Tuesday was a cataclysm. Let's not kid ourselves. An electoral map wipeout. In the Senate, our effective ceiling for Democrats is now 52 seats. The ceiling for Republicans is 62 seats. That's unacceptable. And well, nobody has all the answers right now. I certainly don't. What I think is most important is that we not kid ourselves. This is not a moment for small changes or reforms. This is a moment for a fundamental rebuild of the left.
I have a message for establishment Democrats and all the Democrats running politics right now. You blew it. Big time. Total kablooey. Were we all incredibly disappointed on Tuesday and Wednesday of last week? Yes. Was I surprised? Sadly, I was not. I was not surprised. Would Kamala have been better than Trump? Absolutely. It's not even a question. Miles of difference, right? Would Kamala have been, in my opinion, a good, beneficial president? No. I know we live in an era where if you criticize the Democrats, any Democrat, you're just supporting the Republicans. And if you, in my opinion, if you didn't vote, or if you wrote in someone else or voted third party when you knew that they weren't going to win, that's different. You threw away your vote. You probably shouldn't have done that. But there are people out there saying that Kamala Harris ran a flawless campaign. I'm sorry. No, she blew it. But the fact of the matter is, we lost. And we lost a lot. We lost in the House, we lost in the Senate. And I think it's important to talk about what Chris Murphy here is talking about, which is that if we hope to get anything done, any progressive policies, anything that actually helps people passed anytime soon, we need to look at the structure of the Democratic Party. So how do people feel about the Democratic Party right now? People who are and were Democrats, how do they feel? I personally really like the fact that AOC went on social media and asked this question. More specifically, she asked, for anyone out there who likes me, AOC, and Donald Trump, please tell me why. And the answers range from, I wanted change, I was tired of nothing changing, I feel like you and Trump are both real, Trump and you care for the working class, I like you and Bernie, I don't trust either party's establishment politicians, so I voted Trump. There are two camps of people who voted for Trump, in my mind. There are really rich people who voted for Trump because they know that he'll make them more money by abandoning the working class. And then there are people who have voted Democrat and didn't get anything from it. They were failed. They needed a change. Was it the right change to make? No, probably not. He's a clown. He is going to rob us blind. He's going to give only to the rich. And he's going to take away every minority's rights in this country. But it's clear from how the voting turned out and from responses like these that the Democratic Party, the argument of, well, at least we're not Republicans, vote for us, that argument's not working anymore. When Kamala first started running after Biden dropped out, she was ahead. She was ahead of Donald Trump because she came out with populist policies. She came out with progressive policies. She came out campaigning on healthcare, on the economy, on things being affordable, on basic human rights. And then halfway through, she got lost in the culture war discussion and she pivoted big business and she lost the plot and she lost the election. People want healthcare. People want reproductive rights. People want to be able to not have a heart attack when they look at their grocery bill. They don't want to be ruled by massive corporations. They don't. Is Donald Trump a populist? No. Is he for big business? Yes. Does he campaign that way? No. He campaigns as a populist. And that speaks to people. He said, he lied, but he said, I'm going to lower your prices. I'm going to be a friend to the working class. I'm going to be a friend to farmers. That's what people wanted. They want to be able to afford life. Is he going to provide any of that? Of course not. But he campaigned on it.
We would be a more populist party. We would name the corporations and the billionaires that are screwing people, and we would take it to them. Now, that's something that the Harris campaign did not do. And frankly, when leaders in our party like Bernie Sanders do it, they largely get shamed or shunned as dangerous populists. Maybe that's because if we actually were fighting billionaires, if we were actually engaging in true populist economic ideas, it would hurt our coalition, which these days tends to be higher income people who don't want the status quo fundamentally upset.
People want real solutions to their real problems. And the Democratic Party, as it is currently structured and advertising itself, is not reaching them. But you know who is? A dude bro with a podcast. Donald Trump going on Joe Rogan. That's who. The Democratic Party used to be a party of the working class. It has turned into, well, at least we don't want to execute gay people. Vote for us. What else have they done besides not be Republicans? Which they're not that far off from. Establishment Democrats, not that far off from the establishment Republicans. In fact, they're really quite the same. And they keep actual progressive leaders like Bernie Sanders, Tim Walz, they keep them shoved in the basement, shoved in a corner where they can't do anything productive. It's time for establishment Democrats to sit down, to step by the wayside, to stop trying to appear moderate, like they're somewhat towards the middle. Do you understand that our moderate, our middle of the road between Democrat and Republican is the rest of the world's conservative? It's everyone else's right. Our moderate is everyone else's, like, almost far right. We need to listen to our base. We need to listen to Democratic constituents, Democratic voters, and offer what we are asking for, which is progressive policies. We want access to health care. We want to be able to afford to pay rent or mortgages. We want access to basic human rights. People want their lives to be easier. It's just that simple. That's why government was invented. We eschewed Darwinism in favor of creating a government in order to take care of our people, the weakest among us, lift us up. That's what people want. They want their lives to be easier. It's really not that hard. That's all Democrats need to do. Will they do it? I'm not so hopeful, but prove me wrong. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out some of my content that isn't a downer and news related, you can check out my personal YouTube channel at Bad Gamer Wyatt. And until then, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.